Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club.
Oh no!
We've done it again.
Sorry.
Curse me.
We've misfired yet another podcast episode into your begonias.
We don't mean to record these, and we definitely don't mean to upload them.
It just keeps happening.
It's a mistake. Help.
My hand has a mind of its own, and it seeks to inflict the pain of this show on everyone.
How you doing, Mel?
I'm really sleepy.
Me too. I'm pretty sleepy too. We're doing this quite late. We've been doing these earlier lately, and now we're doing a late one.
You know why?
Because you were at the pool.
I fell asleep.
Oh, you fell asleep?
I fell asleep.
Did you go to the pool?
Yeah.
Did you fall asleep at the pool?
I didn't. Are you kidding me? I'm so pale I would shrivel into ashes.
That's what I did. I fell asleep in the park the other day, and now I'm all burned.
You fool.
I know.
You didn't even turn over. You're crispy on one side.
I wasn't even wearing sunblock. I don't know what I was thinking.
Not a dang thing.
But the sun was real hot, and the park was real nice, and there were all people around me napping, and I thought, you know what? They got the right idea. And now I'm burned.
Sonic Prime.
Sonic Prime. There's no theme song for this show. There's a little bit of something that happens. Play that. Did you like it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. It didn't even register to me that it happened.
Yeah, it's pretty brief. It just shows the title and there's some sounds that happen. That's the theme song.
Oh, right. At the very end.
No, at the start.
Oh.
There is a song at the... There's like an end credits theme. Should I play some of that?
Sure. Don't you do that at the end?
No, not usually.
Okay.
Oh, it depends how good the song is. Maybe I will, but I just played a little bit of it there, so enjoy that. But yeah, we watched Sonic Prime, finally.
Yeah, this is my punishment.
Because it's my birthday.
Yeah, for your birthday, you've chosen to punish me.
It's not that bad.
It's not, but it's not that good.
Okay.
It's another goddamn isekai. Why is Sonic always getting isekaied?
That's a good question. But this one, at least... all right, well, there's a lot to say about this one, actually. So let's start at the start with what I think is one of the most interesting facts about this show. Is that this episode premiered December 10th, 2022, in Roblox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, inside the Sonic Speed Simulator game, which is an official Sonic Roblox game. And for a good 5 days, inside of Roblox was the only place to watch the first episode of Sonic Prime.
That's weird.
But then it released on Netflix with the rest of the first season on December 15th.
Have you ever played the Sonic Roblox game?
I have. It's terrible. I don't like it.
I'm not surprised. I got you to play Waku Waku Sonic Police Force or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. That was better than Sonic Speed Simulator.
That's really sad.
The thing is, it was frustrating because I like the idea of Sonic Speed Simulator. It's got a lot of characters in it that some of them you've never been able to play as before, like Gemerald. And I love Gemerald. But the whole thing about the game is that you just kind of like run around these big arenas and you basically just do laps endlessly. And that can be kind of fun. I can see that being like a fun thing to just kind of switch off to. You
do like to run around in circles, just by default.
Yeah, but not in games where that's all there is to do.
Then I sit on my booty and refuse to move.
The thing is, it was like, unlock Rouge by collecting 15 million of these gems across the world. And I spent like 2 hours collecting them, and I wasn't even like 5% towards unlocking her. And then I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. I've done
I'm
500
not having
laps.
fun.
Yeah, I've done 500 laps of this area, and I have to do 15,000 more if I want to actually do anything. So, yeah, I just stopped playing it. You know, if you love that game,
You're
good
sick.
for you. Seek help, but good for you. I feel like there are better ways to use your time.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, this show was developed by Man of Action. Have you heard of Man of Action?
The Man of Action?
Well, it's called Man of Action, but I believe there are multiple people who are Man of Action.
So it's like a hive mind?
Yeah, it's like a superhero team of creators, basically.
But they're all merged into one being.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't think that they exactly credit who the exact ones are that do anything, but they are responsible for Ben 10, Generator Rex. They created Big Hero 6. So for a long time, I thought that they wrote the Disney Big Hero 6 TV show, which I quite liked. I have now found out that that was me giving them credit for something they didn't do. I don't think they worked on the TV show at all. They created the original Marvel versions of the characters, but they had nothing to do with the Disney version, except that the Disney version was loosely based on the Marvel version.
Okay.
And very loosely. Like, if you look at a picture of Marvel's Big Hero 6, you won't recognize them from the Disney one. I'm going to find a picture right now.
Yeah, you better. I hear you typing.
Because I know you've seen the Disney one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's Marvel's Big Hero 6.
Um,
Can you tell which one is Baymax?
no. Is it the white samurai?
No, it's the big green thing.
That is not.
That's Baymax.
No, thank you.
Also, Fred doesn't exist. Someone else must be missing too. Because they've got Sunfire, Silver Samurai, Go-Go Tamago, Honey Lemon, Hero,
The Steel Samurai?
and Baymax. The Silver Samurai. Did I say Steel Samurai?
No,
Okay. Just check.
I did. In my heart.
You wish it was the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, I do. Hero of Neo Old Tokyo?
Sunfire and Silver Samurai aren't in the Disney version, so they got replaced with Fred and... Who else? Oh, Wasabi? Yeah, Wasabi. Forgot about him. I guess the blonde girl is... No. Okay, the girl with the yellow helmet must be Go-Go, and the blonde girl must be Honey Lemon. But, you know, I don't recognize them.
Which one's Sonic the Hedgehog?
I believe that's the blue hedgehog. I don't know why he's there. That's weird.
Yeah. Weird that he's in this episode.
Anyway, they also made Mega Man Fully Charged, which we'll look at some point. I don't think it's going to be good.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, now that I know that they weren't as involved with the Disney version of Big Hero 6 as I thought they were, I have less respect for Man of Action because I don't like any of the things I've seen that they did.
Including this?
We'll get to this. The show was produced by Wild Brain, who do lots of recent Snoopy and Strawberry Shortcake and Caillou? Is it pronounced Caillou? The bald kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bald kid everybody hates.
Yeah. They also did Mega Man Fully Charged. And they did the Netflix Carmen Sandiego, which I liked. I think they're the current owners of all of Deke's old IP, but Wild Brain's history is like super convoluted. I was trying to make sense of it, and I decided to give up. It's a lot of like mergers and buyouts and stuff. There's a lot of it.
A lot of businessing.
Yeah, Deke is involved in there somewhere, but I couldn't tell exactly how. So this series was advertised as being the first Sonic show that is set within the continuity of the games.
Oh.
So this show is canon, allegedly.
Why does he always get isekaied?
I don't know. But we at least start out in a more recognizable Sonic world.
Yeah, just like Sonic X, and then it puts us somewhere else. It shows us that there's this whole developed world with friends and things, and then it says, nope, we're going over here, actually.
Maybe that just makes it easier for them to not contradict anything.
I guess.
I don't know. The thing is, though, fans are like super divided on whether they consider this canon or not, because it does have a lot of contradictions.
Okay.
So, personally, the camp I'm in is, if they say it's canon, it's canon.
Right. It's kind of weird of you to contradict the people that are behind everything.
Yeah. The thing is, it does have a lot of contradictions in it. There are a lot of things in this show where I'm like, all right, that's an odd thing for them to say. But the games also contradict themselves that much a lot as well. So you just gotta kind of roll with it.
Sonic games are bad video games. That's what he's saying.
The thing is, it's like with the Zelda timeline, right? You get all the people who are like, the Zelda timeline doesn't make any sense, so we should ignore it. And I'm in the camp that the Zelda timeline is important and it does make sense, but it also contradicts itself a lot, and you just gotta ignore that. It's fine. It doesn't have to be fully airtight.
That's just what happens.
Yeah. When something's been running for 30 years and it's had like 50 different writers, like Sonic has, it's not going to be a fully watertight canon, you know? There's going to be the fuzzy pickles in there. I don't know why I said fuzzy pickles. I guess I'm thinking about Earthbound. So apparently, I did notice in the credits that Ian Flynn was a story consultant on this. Ian Flynn is the guy who, he started out being the head writer for he was a writer for Archie Sonic for a long time. And he kind of like turned it around after Ken Penders left and made people think the comic was good. I never read it, but...
He tricked everyone.
But then when the IDW Sonic comic started, which was the first comic that was set within the game continuity, he was the head writer of that in the beginning until he stepped back a bit so that he could start writing the games, which is what he does now. And the stories in the games have been pretty good since he's been writing them, so...
You run fast, you break robot. What else is there to say?
Eggman have daughter now.
Oh.
Shadow got to see Maria again. That was nice. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the games that's been cool, I think.
Yeah. You break the robot after you run fast.
After a long period where nothing happened at all in the games.
He was a werehog.
That was actually the last one that had a story I liked, I think. Before the stories got real bad. I liked the werehog one. It was fun. I mean, I didn't really care for him becoming a werehog. Yeah, I didn't really care for the werehog that much, but I liked the plot in that game. It was cute.
So, did he find the one that bit him and kill him in the end?
I guess he got bit by the Chaos Emeralds. And yes, he did find them and eat them. So
I didn't know you were supposed to eat the werewolf, but I guess that kills it.
So yeah, I did find a bit of Ian Flynn talking about being consulted on this show. It does sound like they didn't really listen to most of what he said.
Cool.
But anyway, this show has 23 episodes split across 3 seasons. I'm pretty sure it's just the Netflix thing where they made 1 season and then released it in 3 chunks.
Probably.
But because they all came out like within a year, I think. Ain't making a whole season in less than a year.
Nah.
The show doesn't use any of the game's established voice cast because of union laws in Canada, which mandate that the majority of the cast has to be Canadian.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
That's crazy.
It is. But you know, I thought most of the cast of this show were pretty good.
Okay.
I didn't really miss the game voices. I'm divided on the current game cast anyway. So.
You have a lot of feelings about the people who's put their voices in Sonic characters.
I have a lot of feelings about the people who put their voices in anybody. It's rude.
It's a little concerning when you put it that way.
Well, this is why I like Japan so much, because Sonic has had the same voice since 1998 in Japan. Because when you get used to a character sounding a certain way and then suddenly they sound a different way, like what if you went to visit your dad and he just had a new voice? You know?
No, then it would be a pod person scenario.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Mike, Sonic's not real.
Look, people get what I'm saying.
I'm just saying it's a sloppy metaphor.
Sloppy you.
Ew.
So this episode is called Shattered, and it's written by Man of Action and Eric Weiss. I hope I pronounced that right.
So we can narrow down that he is not the Man of Action.
He is not one of the Men of Action. He is an animator, a writer, a storyboard artist. He's best known for his work on SpongeBob. He worked on SpongeBob from the very beginning of the show up until 2014. So he was on the good episodes.
I do love me some SpongeBob.
And while he was working on SpongeBob, like the credits he has on SpongeBob, he did like everything. Like various different animation roles, storyboarding roles, writing, directing. He has a songwriting credit at some point in SpongeBob. It's like he just did everything. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. He put all the fun in it.
Yeah. He also worked on Cat Dog and Samurai Jack and Fairly Odd Parents and a whole bunch of other cool shows that I liked. Well, I didn't like Fairly Odd Parents, but I like those other ones.
We're not going to touch that today.
No, that's not for this show. It's not, thankfully not within the remit of this show. But he also directed this episode, as well as co-writing it.
Okay.
So we open in Green Hill. Do you know Green Hill?
No, I don't.
This is from Sonic 1. It's the first stage.
Who's Sonic?
He's the guy.
Which one?
That one.
There's so many.
There's not.
No, that's Big the Cat.
The colors in this show are gorgeous.
Yeah, it wasn't lost on me that they put it at sunset just to give it a nice, pretty background.
Yeah, that like sky fading to purple is really nice. I loved it. Also, there's a bunch of flickies flying around.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that this is the first show we've watched that included flickies.
It also includes rings, which I'm confused about. I don't know anything about rings. Why are they lore important?
They aren't, and that's what's so weird about it. Generally, rings are not referred to in a lore context ever, and they are never mentioned again after this episode in this show.
Oh, they made a pretty big deal out of it in this episode.
I know, it's weird. It's weird, because I know Ian Flynn said at some point that he has been told by Sonic Team to just not mention rings. Like when he's writing the comics or writing cutscenes for the games or anything, just don't mention rings.
Right.
They're not, like, although they're a big part of the gameplay, they're not a part of the story. And yeah, for some reason they're mentioned in this episode and then never again in this show.
And then they put the ring machine at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah. I want to talk about Flicky.
Why?
Because we never had a chance, and we may never have another chance. You ever played the Flicky game, the original?
Yeah, I had the Sonic Super Pack.
Yeah, that was the first thing Flicky was in, and that was like 6 years before Sonic 1, I think. And then Flicky, they just, I guess, put Flicky in Sonic 1 as a cameo, and now Flicky is a big part of the whole Sonic series.
And now Flicky spends his life in servitude.
Trapped inside robots.
Yeah.
I found out something about Flicky that I didn't know.
He's a bird?
He was gonna be called Busty.
Oh no!
The American branch of Sega asked for that to be changed.
The furries would go nuts.
Yeah, I didn't know that before though. Apparently the original designer of Flicky did an interview and mentioned that. This is the second show we've watched that opens with Big and Froggy.
Do we ever see him again outside of this episode?
Oh yeah, Big's a main member of the cast of this show.
Okay.
Well, you thought that was just going to be it?
Yeah. Isn't it usually? They give us 20 seconds of Big the Cat tops and then we never see him again 'cause he's fishing the whole time?
He's in Sonic X more, eventually. Actually, now that you mention it, I don't think Big is in the second series of Sonic X at all, now that I think about it. I don't
know anything about Sonic the Hedgehog, but they never seem to have anything to do for Big the Cat.
The thing about Big the Cat is that he's kind of the comic relief character. He's kind of there to be a contrast against how frantic the rest of the series is. And for a while, they kind of pushed him aside because they felt like people didn't like him. Because there were a lot of very vocally anti-Big people in the early 2000s. But then time passed and then, like Waluigi, the people who loved him started showing up and now he's back.
No, we can't get rid of him.
In Sonic Frontiers, you can go fishing with him. I think it turned out that Big the Cat in Sonic Frontiers wasn't real. I think it was like Sonic enters the like virtual fishing space and it conjures Big from his memories because Big is a comforting presence or something.
Oh, I thought he just got into the shrooms.
Big or Sonic?
Yes. Big astral projected. Because he was just so zonked, so zooted.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for Big.
Well, yeah, Sonic zips by Big and Froggy and spins them around by accident and comes back to help set them back on their feet. Sonic is played by Devin Mack, who plays King Vangelis and Aaron in Lego Ninjago.
Sure.
He plays Winston in Winston Steinberger and Sir Dudley Ding Dong.
Sir Dudley Ding Dong.
Yeah, I wrote that down because I knew you'd love it.
It's good.
He also played Zach Freeman in The Day My Butt Went Psycho.
Why do I feel like we've looked into that before?
We have. Yeah, we've heard about that before.
Okay.
Big is played by Ian Hanlon, who is known for playing Sunburst in My Little Pony, Lance Richmond in Nexo Knights, Acronix in Ninjago, and Beat in Sausage Party.
Oh.
A lot of Lego shows and Sausage Party.
What a filmography. I was a talking Lego brick and also a wiener-shaped food.
Yeah. We get some narration about Sonic's home, Green Hill. And this is the first point of contention that fans have about this being canon.
Oh my god.
Because the show calls Green Hill the home of all these characters, but there's not a single one of these guys who lives here in the games.
Doesn't Shadow just like live under a bridge and wait until somebody starts talking about chaos control?
Well, most of these characters don't have houses. Sonic and Shadow are both homeless drifters, I think. Well, I know Sonic is. I assume Shadow is.
Sonic just sleeps on the beach in a plane or something, right?
Yeah, he just sleeps wherever he feels like. He travels the world constantly and sleeps wherever he gets tired.
And then Old Man Owl steals his clothes.
Tails has a couple houses across the world. But it to me, it's especially weird that it's implied that this is Knuckles' home, because he's the one who has the most solid, established home in the whole series.
A cave. With the Master Emerald.
He lives on a stone staircase. He sleeps on a stone staircase every night.
His back is going to look like something else when he gets older.
Just actually shaped like a staircase.
Yeah. Knuckles, why didn't you just sleep on one step longwise? That was an option?
Because then I couldn't look down the steps and see if anyone was coming for my emerald. So we get a little montage here of Sonic and his friends doing things. And these are all clips from later on in the show. Nothing bespoke here.
Cool.
There's a shot introducing his friends, and it's kind of a reunion of the Sonic Adventure cast. So it's got Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and it's got a pink flicky there named Birdie. And that flicky is the flicky that was powering Gamma, the 6th player character in Sonic Adventure.
Oh.
They never actually say in this show that was the flicky powering Gamma, but Ian Flynn confirmed that that was the intention.
Fans were dying to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time it's ever showed up since Sonic Adventure, since Gamma died.
Y'all are nerds.
It's a little bit confusing, though, because in Sonic Adventure, Birdie was the name that Amy gave to the brother of this bird, which is a blue flicky. I guess both of them are called Birdie now. I don't know. This is Birdie and his brother Birdie.
Yeah, it's spelled differently.
It might be. Apparently,
can't you hear the difference?
The wiki spells it differently for the Archie versions, so maybe. I think it's funny that this montage showing all of Sonic's friends, but the only ones that he introduces specifically are Eggman and Shadow.
These other losers don't need names.
These are my friends, and this is Dr. Eggman, and this is Shadow.
And this is the guy I hate.
Eggman, Shadow, and many more.
Stay tuned, and you too can learn their names.
So he arrives in a cave where Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Rouge are already fighting Eggman. Sonic is late, apparently.
That's so typical of Sonic.
It is. That was the whole thing. That's the thing, like, throughout Sonic X and in Smash Brothers. You remember the one time Smash Brothers had a story?
No.
It was a bit of a weird story. But Sonic's part in the story doesn't come until the very, very end. And it's when everyone has lost and the bad guy has won, but Sonic shows up at the last minute and saves them all.
So everybody's gotten it down to 1 HP, and then Sonic shows up and deals 1 damage to it?
No, it's more like it has gotten everyone else down to 1 HP, and then Sonic shows up and throws it off balance so everyone else can recover.
I don't buy it.
Sonic doesn't finish the boss off. He starts off the final boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's cool.
I don't buy that.
Well, there's a thing in Japan, which I think comes from like Kamen Rider and stuff like that, where the hero is always supposed to arrive late. It's a thing.
Sure, okay.
Eggman's about to claim the Paradox Prism, whatever that is.
It's a big shiny rock.
It's the new MacGuffin. There's always something.
Always something he's trying to get his hands on.
It was the Chaos Emeralds for a long time, and then they got tired of it always being the Chaos Emeralds, so they have to make up a new gem every time.
Why does it always have to be a gem? What if he's after, like, dinosaur bones or something?
Gems are shiny.
So? Dinosaur bones are dinosaur-shaped.
Yeah, but what's he going to do with them?
I don't know. Resurrect a dinosaur and have it fight Sonic the Hedgehog? Robots aren't working. We gotta look to the past for answers.
Well, I mean, he does do that, but it's generally eldritch gods that he goes for rather than dinosaurs. Maybe
it is one, okay?
All right, maybe.
You know.
But he's got so many robot dinosaurs. I feel like he'd feel like a regular dinosaur is a step backwards.
Oh my god, I can't talk to you about anything related to Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to engage with your idea.
Sonic wouldn't do that. Eggman wouldn't take a dinosaur out of here. He has too many cool shiny ones.
Why is it we can have these conversations about anything else, but as soon as it's Sonic, you can't engage with it?
Because my entire life is buried in Sonic the Hedgehog. I open the Discord, it's Sonic. I open my phone, it's Sonic. He's everywhere, running back and forth like the annoying little shit he is.
Whatever. Eggman's played by Brian Drummond, who we know.
Personally?
Yeah. He played Knuckles in Sonic Underground.
Oh.
He also played Clyde in Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. So we know him twice.
Wait, so he came back and he's not even Knuckles anymore?
No, he's Eggman now. Do we want him back as Knuckles?
I don't remember.
I don't think he was any good as Knuckles. He's a little bit screamy as Eggman, I find.
A little shrill?
Yeah, I don't know if you thought that too.
I mean, anything that isn't the one Eggman,
yeah,
I look down on, turn my nose up at.
You're talking about Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Eggman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Long John Baldry, that's his name. He was the best.
Yeah.
He's definitely my if he was still with us, he would be my pick for Eggman today. He was great. So they do this whole thing where Sonic either helps or is helped by each of his friends one by one, which gives the show a chance to quickly establish the dynamics he has with all of them while he fights robots.
And it also tells us that Rouge's power is no longer boobies.
Oh yeah, she has a new outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to show the boobies in a kid's show.
Why?
I don't know.
They're going to have to learn eventually that boobies exist.
Like, the game's for kids too, and the boobies are there, so I don't know.
Like, what do you even Google if not boobies?
I mean, they're going to find them. They just have, if they look up what Rouge looks like in anything else, they're going to find them.
That's true.
I was trying to look at what all the robots were. I saw Caterkillers. I saw Buzz Bombers. I saw Burrobots. Well, I wish they'd use Grounders instead of Burrobots, but that's fine. These are all Sonic 1 robots.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Buzz Bomber is my favorite robot, personally.
My favorite Sonic the Hedgehog robot is actually, I don't remember their names.
Spent so long talking about my favorite Monster Rancher monster, and you said nothing.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as it's Sonic...
That's a show about monsters. You're supposed to have a favorite monster.
This is a show about bopping robots.
This is a show about a blue hedgehog.
All right, who's your favorite blue hedgehog?
Knuckles.
He's wrong.
No, he's not.
That's the wrong answer.
Your opinion is wrong.
Tails is played by Ashley Ball, who we know as well, because she played Pinky in Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures.
No.
What, you don't want to talk about Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures?
The pack is not back.
He's rolling onto the scene like the teen he is.
Like a yellow teen.
Wait, I guess Sonic is another teen that rolls onto the scene.
But he's not yellow.
He's not yellow, that's true.
That's the key distinguishing feature. That's what the whole show is based on.
And Ray isn't in this show, so there's no yellow character. We got Knuckles, played by Adam Nurada.
Yeah, Knuckles. Best Sonic.
He's known for playing Power Lid in Lego Ninjago and Raj in Lego Friends and Snivel in Lego Dreams.
Nights into Dreams?
No. Wrong. It's 3 Z's, not an S.
Oh, like the sound of snoring.
Yeah, that's the thing. Knuckles' voice is really deep.
It is.
Eggman's got us fighting the Bandits so he can have Sonic all to himself.
It really took me aback. It's too deep.
He's frightening now.
Yeah, he sounded like he should have been like looming over the rest of the cast. Like he should be 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall. Yeah, okay.
What makes you think he's not the real villain of this show? Looming in the background.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I have seen the whole show. And I know what happens. And we've got Amy, who's played by Shannon Chan Kent, who's the singing voice of Pinkie Pie in My Little Pony. And she plays Cherry Jam in Strawberry Shortcake. Apparently she was Misa Amane in Death Note, including the English dubs of the live-action films.
Whoa.
And she played a waitress in the Sonic movie, the first Sonic movie.
You just can't keep her away.
Yeah. She played a waitress, and now she's Amy.
Wow. Crazy fan.
And Rouge is played by Kazumi Evans, who's the singing voice of Rarity in My Little Pony. She plays Skipper in a couple of Barbie things. Skipper is my favorite Barbie character.
I wasn't aware you had one.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her, but I think she's Barbie's sister, and that's enough. I'm like, okay, yeah, she'll be my favorite. Whatever, I know the name.
Okay.
And she plays Safi in Bob the Builder. I don't know who Safi is. They shouldn't be adding new characters to Bob the Builder, in my opinion.
What more do you need? Scoop, Muck, Dizzy, Roly too?
Yeah, and Wendy. Don't forget Wendy.
And Lofty. He joined the crew.
That's true. Pilchard and Bird, Travis and Spud. I don't know anyone else. Bob's dad. Bob's dad was there. Safi seems to be a small human child. There's no need for human children to be involved. They shouldn't be in the workplace.
In heavy machinery?
Yeah. It's dangerous for them to be on a construction site. That's all I'm going to say. I think Bob the Builder's breaking some codes.
Yeah. Because you know every episode is going to be about rescuing her from danger, from all of the big machines going haywire.
Yeah, as they always do. When Lofty loses it and starts swinging his crane around. That's the problem with sentient machines that have wants and fears.
It was a real choice for them to give the heaviest of machinery the biggest of feelings.
I've really thought about it before, but it is super dangerous that he's such a coward now that I think about it.
The people will die. We need you. Oh, but I don't wanna.
What was the Steamrollers deal? I don't
remember.
Me neither. I only know Lofty was the coward. That's it.
It's been like 20 years since I've been at home bedridden with nothing to watch but Bob the Builder.
I only saw it because my brother was young enough to be watching it. Because it was after my time.
After I died.
So Eggman tries to pull the crystal with his big mech fist.
Egg hand?
Yeah, but Sonic shatters it, and the explosion envelops all of his friends in a cool, what is it? Like chromatic aberration, I think that's the term.
And they're vaporized instantly.
Yeah, and then we see Sonic floating through a void of crystals, while visions of his friends say annoying slogans around him. It was.
It goes on for a while.
It does go on for a while, and I feel like they like give a little bit to almost everybody. Maybe too much. I think Tails says like 2 different things.
Amy does.
That's true, yeah.
And yet not one Big the Cat.
Well, Big doesn't talk much.
That sounds to me like it's just some Big the Cat hating.
That would be really funny, though, if it was just like, as long as I'm around, you'll always have a wingman. I bring everyone together, but you're the only one they'll lead into battle. Froggy!
No, he goes into the spinning crystal world, and the only thing he sees is Big the Cat.
But there's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And they all just say
like,
Froggy.
"Hey, Sonic." No, the first one says, "Hey, Sonic," and then he flies by like 4 more, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, Sonic."
Have you seen Froggy in here?
Anyway, gotta go.
Bye, Sonic.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah, I would like that. Anyway, he drifts into a red portal and he shows up in a grimy cityscape where he just kind of gets knocked around by different vehicles for a while. And his shoes are glowing.
Yeah, that's like a whole big deal.
Yeah. But they don't really address it for a while.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna kind of forget about it and move on.
Yeah, it's a big part of the show. It's a big part of the toys for the show.
I knew it would be. Once they transformed, I was like, there's a new product right there.
Yep. Oh, we'll get to it. There's a lot of sad people around just kind of standing on conveyor belt sidewalks.
Yeah, with their shoulders slumped and a little rain cloud over their head.
Nobody will talk to Sonic. I feel like when they wrote this show, they took more cues from the movies than from the games.
Yeah.
Because Sonic's a little bit more annoying than he usually is in the games. He's a little bit more like movie Sonic in this show.
Pardon me, what do you call this place? Are you ignoring me? You're ignoring me. Why are you ignoring me? Why is everyone ignoring me?
He's a little annoying, he's a little dumb.
Yeah, he's not the cool street smart Sonic that the games and Sonic X have. He feels like a younger Sonic, maybe.
Yeah.
He sees a sign that says he's in New York City. And
Get it?
No, listen, no, because they fucked it. Okay? Because they spell it yoke, Y-O-K-E.
Why?
Because they fucking suck. That's why.
The joke will be too subtle if we spell it like the egg.
Yeah, it should be spelled Y-O-L-K, but that's not how they spell it. And it makes me
Spell
mad.
it like a yokel.
Yeah. Anyway, because if it's spelled like the egg, it's a funny joke, and I like it. But if it's spelled the way they spell it, I don't know what they're getting. I mean, I know they're getting it. They just spelled it wrong. They just didn't know how egg yolk was spelled. That's what it is. I think.
That's quite a claim from you. My guest is a bit flabbered right now.
I just don't think they knew what they were doing. Anyway, Sonic finally spots a familiar face.
His own.
It's Big and Froggy.
Oh yeah, they're here too.
They're here too. He's not called Big here, though. He's called Citizen 1998.
Oh.
Which is the year he first appeared.
I assumed. But he doesn't even get a role as like a thing. He's just Citizen.
Yeah. I mean, he does do stuff. But yeah, that's his name in this world. Because they all have different names in each world. By the way, I don't know if you know this, because I'm assuming that this is all you've ever seen of this show.
Yes.
This isn't the only world that Sonic goes to in this show. There's like a whole bunch of alternate versions of his world with alternate versions of his friends in them.
So he's just isekaiing constantly.
Yeah, so the gimmick is that the prism, you saw all the like crystals sticking off of the prism?
Yeah.
There's like 5 different colored ones.
Yeah.
Each one of those different colored crystals, when the prism shattered, became a world in what's called the Shatterverse.
Shatterverse.
Yeah, and this is just the world of the red crystal.
Sending you to the Shatter Realm.
So a robot comes after Sonic because he's unidentified in the database, I guess. And I love that Big just makes a run for it.
Yeah. I mean, the stranger just came up and hugged him.
Yeah.
I'd run too.
Yeah, Big and Froggy do not recognize Sonic. It's very clear that they have no idea what's happening. Sonic's very familiar with them, but they don't know who this is. So a bunch of robots show up to arrest Sonic for the Chaos Council. And
I wonder who it is.
I wonder... Sonic can't run properly because his shoes are weird and slippery because they're glowing.
Right, I hate when my shoes get slippery and glowy.
And he acts like he's never seen robots without flickies in them before, which is another thing that made the fans mad about this being canon. Because Eggman's made robots without animals in them lots of times.
Yeah, sometimes it's him that's inside.
Yeah. Sometimes it's flowers. Sometimes it's just like a colorful glowing ball. Sometimes there's nothing in there.
What if Eggman's a flicky?
And he powers his own robots when he's in there?
Yeah.
He's the one powering the Eggmobile.
Yeah.
I do like that idea. I mean, we know he has the technology. I personally don't care, you know?
Oh.
The fans are mad about this. I think it's dumb to get mad about this. Whatever.
I mean, that's fandoms in a nutshell.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, he can be surprised that there's not flickies in the robots. Whatever. It doesn't...
He's also really dumb, guys.
Anyway, there's a long chase sequence until Sonic tricks the robots into getting crushed by a building that's being constructed.
Just plopping another layer right on top.
Yeah, I wish that's how making buildings worked. Just stack them to the heavens. I really like the action animation in this. I wish that Sonic Boom had this kind of action in it.
Yeah.
Because it's fun and it's very fluid, and there's a lot of smear frames, which you don't see a lot of in 3D cartoons. So
yeah.
I like that.
I've seen a lot of them just pausing through the show.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I know you love a smear frame.
I sure do.
There's a mysterious silhouette watching him on a screen.
It's definitely not Amy.
Yeah, it's pretty clearly Amy.
They all have very distinct silhouettes. You can't hide it
Yeah,
from us.
that's the problem. Sonic character design is very strong. So if you want to make a mysterious silhouette, it's not going to work.
You have to put him in a treasure hunting hat.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they should have done. Put a hat on her. That would have confused everyone.
That can't be Amy. She wouldn't wear a hat.
So Sonic notices a checkerboard rock wall and has a horrible realization.
That it was New York all along.
He launches himself into the air by running up a building, and he looks down and he sees several Green Hill landmarks within the city.
No!
He hasn't gone someplace else. Someplace else came to his home.
No!
And then we go back in time to before the prism shattered. How do you feel about the way this show hops around its timeline like this?
I mean, it's easy to follow. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Because the worlds that they're in are distinct enough that, like, you can tell.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know. There were a couple times when we went back to flashback, and I was like, oh, again.
I mean, this is 2 episodes squished together.
That's true. Yeah. We got double length feature here.
Yeah.
So Tails is flying around in the tornado, while Sonic is fighting an Eggman mech on a cliff, and Knuckles and Amy are fighting badniks down below. Tails thinks it's weird that Eggman's choosing to fight on a cliff edge.
Right, dangling precipitously over the edge, taunting Sonic. Oh, it would be terrible if you pushed my giant robot over the edge.
Yeah, and then he realizes that Eggman isn't even inside it. It's just a robot.
Which he tells Sonic, but Sonic's like, that's not true.
Well, he doesn't exactly... Tails doesn't give Sonic enough information, I feel like, because all he keeps shouting is, it's a trap. He doesn't say...
Okay, how is that not enough, though?
Well, because I feel like he should have just been like, hey, Eggman's not in there. Because he never tells him that.
Would that have stopped him?
Well, it would have... I don't know if it would have stopped him, but it would have...
So what you're saying is the outcome is the same.
I mean, I guess there's probably nothing he could have said that would have stopped him, if you want to get down to it. I did like when Sonic was showing off, he did a little break dance just like he does in the games. I thought that was cute. They had a lot of Sonic fans working on the animation of this, so there's a lot of like little touches where you can tell whoever animated it was a fan and they were like, I want to put in a Sonic Rush breakdance right here.
Nerds. Losers.
Eggman is very clearly trying to taunt Sonic into knocking his mech off the cliff.
Yeah.
And when Tails starts warning Sonic that it's a trap, Eggman starts taking pot shots at the plane.
Your best friend is ugly. I'm sure it would be terrible if you and your ugly best friend pushed me off the cliff.
Yeah, then that works. Him insulting Tails is what finally pisses Sonic off.
Falls right into it.
And he knocks the mech off the cliff where it explodes with a huge shockwave, which knocks Froggy in a pond and gets Shadow's attention. And sends a big crack running up the nearby mountain and breaks part of the top of it.
Sonic thinks he's so cool that it was all him that did it. But we know better.
And when he can't find Eggman inside the mech, he's like, wow, I guess he ejected before he hit the ground. And Tails flies away without saying anything, and everyone is like, I've never seen him look so upset, even though they're like so far away. How could they possibly see his face?
Even though they're just seeing the back of his head from miles away. I can tell he's pissed. Even while flying away, he appears angry.
Oh, what was that a reference? Where did that, was that from the like old Sonic Bible or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It was like Eggman. It was like even while driving his spaceship, he appears evil or something.
And we've quoted it ever since in various dumb contexts.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I didn't interpret Tails' face as upset. To me, it just looked like he was trying to figure out what Eggman was up to.
Yeah, he looked a little annoyed maybe, but...
To me, it looked like a face of like he's thinking. Like he's like, something happened here and I don't know what it is, and I'm going home to find out.
I'm gonna go brood about it.
I like Devin Mack as Sonic. I think I like him more than the guy who normally plays Sonic right now. I don't really like the way Sonic is written in this show, but I like the way this actor performs him.
Yes.
I don't like this Knuckles. I'm completely ambivalent about Tails, Amy, and Rouge. They're all fine.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really like this Eggman, just because he's a little bit too shrill. Anyway, Eggman's nearby watching from behind a tree, and he explains his plan to Orbot and Cubot, who presumably already know the plan.
Yeah, but you know they don't.
Well, actually, now I think about it, it is Orbot and Cubot. So... So one of them doesn't understand the plan and the other one doesn't really care about the plan, I suppose. He needed Sonic's power to crack the mountain, otherwise he would have been digging for months.
Duh.
I sort of felt like he could have just exploded it himself. I don't know.
With all the bombs he makes all the time?
Yeah, I don't know why he needed Sonic to explode it, personally, but...
Maybe he just wanted to piss Sonic off at the same time.
Maybe. We never do anything anymore, Sonic.
I don't want to be one of those couples that just comes home and sits in front of the TV.
I want you to be involved in my projects.
My mother was right. I should have never married you. To be fair, I thought you were a woman.
I forgot they were married. I always forget.
How? I bring it up all the time.
Anyone who hasn't watched that episode of our show will never know why we keep referring to them as a married couple. And I don't remember what episode it was, so I can't tell. I guess it's in the thumbnail, right? Didn't I put the wedding in the thumbnail?
I think so. I think you did the wedding smooch even.
Anyway, Orbot and Cubot are both played by Devin Mack, the same guy who's playing Sonic, so that's cool. He does fine. I don't think Orbot and Cubot are in the show after this episode, to be honest.
Why?
I don't know. It's cool that they're here at all.
I mean, they're no scratching ground.
They're not. I like Orbot and Cubot. You just haven't really seen much of them. They haven't gotten to do much in any of the things we've watched so far.
Neither of them have a butt.
Orbot kind of has a butt. Cubot's got a square butt. Anyway, Yeah, the thing with shows like this is that you don't get a lot of new characters introduced in a 3D show. It's one of the reasons I don't like 3D shows very much.
Wow, I can't believe you'd say that in front of Donkey Kong.
Well, it has the same problem.
No, I know.
Like, you don't get a lot of one-off characters unless they are tweaks of existing models, you know?
Yeah, because it takes too much time.
Yeah, like how one of those pirates was just K. Rool with a pirate hat.
Yeah.
So the fact that they actually made models for Orbot and Cubot and then, like, barely used them is kind of surprising. But this show does have the same like you know from the beginning, everybody that's in this episode is everybody that's going to be in the show.
Yeah.
We're not going to get a surprise drop of like Silver or Blaze later on. This is just these guys forever.
Just the way you like it.
So Sonic goes to Tails' workshop and enters the password, which is 1992. Do you know why that's significant?
Is that the year Tails was released?
Yeah, it was.
It's almost like there's a running theme.
Yeah. Sonic has brought Tails some comics, which looks like a fox that's a knight. It's like a night fox with a sword.
Sure.
There used to be in the British Sonic comics, there was a comic where Tails was a knight in the nameless zone. Maybe this is a reference to that.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know.
Maybe it's just because he's a little boy that wants some hero comics.
Maybe. Tails is all mopey. He's trying to figure out what Eggman was up to, and Sonic apologizes to him. He says he's never seen him so upset, and I was like, he doesn't seem that upset, though.
Right. He just seems a little lost in thought, like he's busy and you're annoying him.
I've never seen you so nonplussed.
Oh, hey, Sonic. Why are you yelling at me?
Hey, Sonic. Whoa. What did I do to deserve that? So Sonic says that he found some kind of like weird device in the cockpit of the mech. He runs off to get it because they mention like a barge of Badnik parts. I guess they're just throwing all the Badnik parts in a ship and pushing it out to sea.
And then eventually they'll send it out into space when it gets too big.
No, he runs off to grab the thing, and apparently it was a device to amplify Sonic's speed to create a huge explosion. I still think this was a way too convoluted plan, even for Eggman, but that's fine.
Yeah, just a little bit. But then how else are we going to get magic shoes?
That's true.
Did you ever ask yourself that?
You know what I asked myself?
Where's Waldo?
No. That's close to what I was going to say, though.
Where's Wally?
Every scene in this episode, I've been asking myself, where's Rouge?
She's here.
She's here. This is when she showed up.
In her modest dress.
Actually, Shadow's the one that works better for, I think. In any scene where Shadow isn't present, all the characters should be asking, where's Shadow?
I forgot about that. Poochie Bible note.
So she tells them about the Paradox Prism because she's the one who knows all about all the different gems because she's trying to get them all.
Yeah, she's stealing.
She thinks that that's probably what Eggman's after. So she tells Sonic to gather his friends and meet her at the Loop-de-Loop so they can go after Eggman. I like there's no point where they're like, wait a minute, you're just trying to get the crystal though.
No, Sonic's too dumb this time.
Rouge, are you only helping us stop Eggman getting the crystal so you can take the crystal? Yes.
Right, Rouge, you're not usually a part of our team unless there's something that you want out of it.
Yeah. Apparently, that's a note that Ian Flynn got about Rouge from Sonic Team. Because I think he was writing a story where she was helping just for no reason, and Sonic Team sent back the note being like, Rouge shouldn't be helping them unless there's something in it for her.
Right.
And I like that. You go for that, Rouge. Get those crystals.
Yeah. She has her principles.
Eggman's about to enter the cave to get the Paradox Prism. so he can finally modernize Green Hill. And he gives a big speech, and then he falls in the cave during it and yells at Orbot and Cubot for not warning him about the drop.
And now! Why didn't you idiots tell me how big that first step was?
Sorry, boss.
It was a real knee slapper.
If it was on its own, I think it would have been really funny, but they had already been interrupting him so much during the speech that this last one fell kind of flat.
Yep.
But,
Just like his robot.
Yeah. Like I said, I really like Warbot and Cubot. I don't think they're being done justice here, especially since I think that's their entire role done with now. Do they even appear again? I can't remember.
Not that I know of.
No, they're maybe in the very last episode. But
they're just a little annoying in this one, and then they disappear.
Yeah, I think we need to watch more Sonic Boom, because we didn't see a lot of them in the one we watched, but I think you'll like them when we see more of them in that.
They'll never replace Scratch and Grounder.
I know.
I'm not gonna call them Mom!
So Eggman finds the prism, and at the loop-de-loop, Sonic and his friends are discussing the plan. And then we just kind of go back to the present, where I had forgotten that Sonic was falling to the ground.
Oh yeah. Why?
Because he launched himself into the sky to look at the landmarks, remember?
That's right. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
We traversed time.
Yep.
We talked about our feelings.
There's a running joke that whenever Sonic is falling in this city, it shows an open dumpster, and you expect him to land in it, but he lands next to it.
I didn't consciously notice a single dumpster.
But it happens here. He hits the ground next to the open dumpster.
You know, the problem might be because I had to skip that ad in the middle. I think I might have missed
Right.
a tiny part of it.
So we watched the YouTube version of the episode, which has an ad in the middle for, what is it? My Dad the Bounty Hunter or something?
Something like that.
It looked like garbage.
I realized I was like halfway through the commercial. I was like, wait a second, I don't have to watch this.
This isn't Sonic. So he's finally realized that this is Green Hill, meaning that Eggman won, and a bunch of robots show up to chase him, and he rushes off to go find Tails. And then we see that silhouette that was watching him again, the one that's definitely not Amy. And she talks to a different silhouette that definitely isn't Dr. Eggman.
No, why would it be? That's crazy. Our friends wouldn't do this to us. Our best friend Eggman.
Neither of them know who Sonic is, but he has a strange energy profile, and they want to keep an eye on him.
But he has a strange smell about him.
So Sonic has run into Babble's area, where
Babble.
he is confronted by a mech, which he assumes has Eggman inside it, but it's all baby-themed, and it attacks him with a rattle club.
Well, it produces a rattle club, and then it punches him with his fist.
Oh, did it not hit him with the rattle? I thought it did.
No, because I thought that part was really weird. Because, there's this whole to-do where we learn that it's the baby toy, where you spin the thing and it randomly picks it, and the cow says, moo. Mm-hmm. But it picks the weapon, and he pulls out this rattle, and Sonic goads him about his weapon a little bit. So you're like, okay, he's going to squish him with it. And then he just punches him with his other fist.
Well, maybe the rattle was a distraction then. Shake the rattle to get his attention and punch him with the other hand.
It just kind of felt like a joke that didn't land.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they do a weird music thing. I didn't really get what they were going for.
What is that, a baby rattle? Not exactly scary.
No.
Anyway, they fight, Sonic knocks the mech down, and it opens up, revealing a little baby Dr. Eggman in there.
Sonic has been beating up an actual baby.
Yeah, he's really confused, so he runs away. And Babble chases him, but he's like, I don't want to fight no baby.
It's a little weird now that I know what I've been punching.
He loses Babble by entering a pipe that leads into the subway. And this is where we see this world's versions of Knuckles and Rouge, because they're watching.
I love that they're wearing the stereotypical resistance fighter outfits.
Yeah. Do you know what their names are? Did you pick up on that?
Isn't Rouge Rebel?
Yeah, Rouge is called Rebel, and Knuckles is called Renegade.
Renegade! Losers.
The Rebel wants to find Sonic to get his help fighting the Chaos Council. Renegade thinks it's a trap. Now, I haven't been talking about voice actors for most of the alternates because for the most part, they are played by the same people who play the regular versions of them. But
You said for the most part?
for the most part, because Renegade here is not played by the same guy who played Knuckles.
Why?
I don't know. He is instead played by Vincent Tong, who played Mega Man in Mega Man Fully Charged and Kai in Lego Ninjago. And I think he has a much more fitting voice for Knuckles.
I don't know, Rebel. What if we follow him right into the hands of the Chaos Council?
Yeah.
Vincent Tong plays all of the Knuckles alternates. He just doesn't play regular Knuckles, and I don't know why.
No, that's so weird.
It's really strange, because regular Knuckles' voice doesn't fit him, I don't think. It's so deep. It's distractingly deep, but Renegade sounds fine. I don't know why they have different voices.
I did think that I was going crazy, because Knuckles' voice would be super deep one moment, and then the next I'm like, well, I didn't notice anything with this.
Yeah, no, it's because it's different Knuckleses.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah. So Sonic is now in the subway, where he spots Tails and follows him, but he loses him in the crowd.
That's okay, because he just finds his house and breaks it anyway.
Yeah, he just finds a door with a key code and he's like, this must be it. For some reason.
I know about all of Tails' 700 secret hidey holes, all with the same password.
Yep, he tries the same password and it works. And he gets into the workshop and surprises Tails. But when he calls him Tails, Tails is insulted by the nickname.
And then he stings him with his scorpion pincers.
Yeah, he insists his name is Nine, not Tails.
Yeah, he had a tragic backstory. He's a different man.
Nine has 7 robot tails, which makes the total 9. Did you notice that his real tails are like small and atrophied?
No, I didn't, because they're always wrapped up in his stingers.
I guess because he doesn't use them as much.
It's like a muscle and it withered away.
Yeah, his
tails got weaker.
His tails are like way smaller than they are when he's normal tails. And they're always like drooping limply down.
What a freak.
So Nine and Sonic fight for a while Sonic tries to convince him that they're friends, but Nine says he has no friends.
I've never met you before in my life. What are you doing trying to convince me that we're friends?
Yeah, because I assume Sonic is the one who gave him the nickname Tails. So if he never met Sonic, I guess that would explain why he just thinks he's being insulted.
That's, yeah. Laughing at his silly droopy tails.
Yeah. Meanwhile, some unnamed raccoon is in the subway recording the fight.
Right, this isn't even a person.
He's sending the video to Rebel. Sonic saves Nine's life, which gets Nine to start listening to him. And we get this little, like, sprite comic about their first meeting.
And about Nine trauma dumping.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I didn't like the sprites very much.
They're fine. Like, it gets the point across.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very picky about sprites.
It's a TV show.
I think I would have preferred it if they'd used some, like, real ones. And they do use some real ones later on in the show, but...
They hadn't yet gotten the right.
Yeah. Yeah, we get this, like, sprite recounting of their first meeting. And the Fox bullies appear. Apparently they have names, but we don't know them.
Oh.
It's just internal. They were alluded to in the Sonic 2 manual, but they've made their first actual appearance in Sonic Origins in the new cutscenes that they made to go in between each game. So these are real game characters, these two Fox assholes that bully Tails. That's
a lot more than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Are they going to show up at one point as villains?
Maybe. Who knows? But so far we've only seen them here and in Sonic Origins. And maybe, I don't know, maybe somewhere else.
In your dreams.
Those are the places I remember them. Wait, they're also in Sonic Minecraft.
Okay.
But that's it. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of them from Sonic Origins. So you have context for the Fox bullies.
This was essential.
Yeah, look at them.
Something that I needed.
Look at them.
Yeah, they look like little assholes.
Yeah. According to Ian Flynn, the Fox bullies had internal development names. Their names were non-flattering adjectives.
They were both named non-flattering adjectives, or together they're non-flattering and adjectives?
Their names were non-flattering adjectives. So I'm going to assume they're called, like, Smelly and Dickhead.
I don't know that dickhead is an adjective, but I'll let it go.
Okay. So 9 refutes this backstory. That's not how it happened. First of all, it wasn't in the Green Hill. It was in the New York City, and nobody showed up and helped him from the bullies. They just beat him up, and they kept beating him up for years.
Yeah, forever and ever.
Until he made some robot tails and, I guess, killed them.
He stung them. He filled them with his poison.
He became an angry loner who looks out for himself. And that's who Tails is now. Sorry, that's who 9 is now.
Yeah, he's tough. He's gonna beat you up and take your lunch money.
Yeah, have this little quiet moment where Sonic's trying to figure out what's going on. And he's tapping his foot. It's cute. That's the thing he does when you don't do anything. Remember?
And then he stares at you and wonders what you're doing.
Yeah, and then he points at himself and points ahead. And then if you really wait long enough, he says, "I'm out of here," and jumps off the stage and you get a game over. Do you know about that one?
No.
That's in Sonic
Why
CD.
am I sitting there waiting for Sonic to kill himself?
Yeah, that happens in Sonic CD if you leave him too long. 9 asks for more info about their life together. And Sonic tells him about the tornado and fighting Eggman. And 9's confused about which Eggman he means. And Sonic is more confused about 9's confusion, so he just kind of drops it.
Because Sonic's a little dumb.
This is the thing that's wrong. This is the thing that I do get mad about when they get it wrong.
What?
Sonic said the tornado was Tails' plane. It's not. It's Sonic's plane.
It's Sonic's plane.
It is. That's how they met. Well, I guess they met for the bullies, but the second time they met is because Tails saw a plane on the beach and was like, "Whoa, that's a cool plane," and he ran over and found Sonic sleeping in the cockpit.
Tails was trying to steal it from him.
Yeah, probably. I mean, in the Sonic X version of that story, Tails just like repaints it while Sonic's away, which I think is really stepping over a line, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, Sonic's shoes are freaking out again. So 9 pulls out some kind of scanner and checks him and finds that there's weird energy in Sonic's body.
Oh no.
So they go back to his workshop and Tails invents things to attach to Sonic's gloves and shoes to regulate the energy. And they transform his gloves and shoes into new ones to sell toys of.
They sure do.
And they transform into new shoes for every world he goes to throughout the show.
So it's like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, except with more obvious, like, we're going to make toys of this. I'm pretty sure they have made toys of, like, every different variation of Sonic's shoes.
It's the Ash Hat Pikachu.
Yeah, it is.
Hate that damn Pikachu.
I think he's fine. Yeah, I just Googled Sonic Prime toys and I found immediately found 3 different variations of Sonic's shoes on these toys.
But it's Malibu Stacy. She has a hat.
She's got a new hat. I don't even like these shoes very much. He goes out to test them out. 9 tries to stop him, tells him to keep a low profile, but he's not going to keep a low profile. He's Sonic the Ding Dang Hedgehog.
Sonic the GD Hedgehog.
They immediately get snatched by Dr. Babel and taken back to the council while Rebel and Renegade watch them go.
I don't think that baby has a legitimate doctorate.
You don't know.
I think he's a doctor the same way Dr. Pepper is a doctor.
He's got an IQ of 300.
He's a baby.
Yeah, well, I don't know how IQ works. Does it get higher as you get older? Or does it just stay the same forever?
I'm pretty sure it's like the same forever. I don't know. But he doesn't have the fine motor skills to hold a pencil. How is he gonna do his doctorate? How's he gonna go to clinics?
I think he probably, since he is like one of the owners of the city, he's probably got an honorary degree.
Oh, you can't practice medicine on an honorary degree. I've tried.
What? None of these are medical doctors.
Mike, it's a joke. Why are you always ruining my bits to be a Sonic nerd?
This isn't being a Sonic nerd. This is being being an academic nerd. I don't think
Dr. Eggman is not a medical doctor.
I don't think he's a medical doctor.
Doctor in theoretical fishes.
All right, everybody weigh in. Is Dr. Eggman a medical doctor?
robot medicine.
I think he has his doctorate in robotics and perhaps archaeology.
What if he had a doctorate in, like, fine art?
Yeah, maybe. He's got a doctorate in art history, but he just didn't go that way for his career.
Like Dr. Zoidberg.
Sonic's in some kind of energy ring thing. It's like the thing I thought of immediately is the thing that they imprisoned Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles when they caught him. It looks exactly like that.
I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years.
Oh, you should. It's good. It's one of my favorite Pixars. Actually, most of what I know about visual storytelling, I learned from the DVD commentary of that movie. Because Brad Bird talks a lot about why he made certain choices, why he set certain shots up the way he did to, like, convey things to the audience. It's very interesting. I know you won't care, but someone listening might.
So Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nine's in shackles. Sonic can't see because there's a spotlight in his face. But he sees Amy walk by. He can't tell yet that she's a body horror robot.
Named Rusty.
Yeah, this is Rusty Rose. She's a robot
Rusty
now.
Shackleford.
It's kind of... maybe I was just overthinking it, but it's kind of disturbing because it's very clear that she's not inside a robot.
Well, she says it's cybernetic enhancements.
She has had parts of her body removed and replaced with robot parts.
That's the future, baby. That's transhumanism.
I suppose so. I don't really know what the benefit was to replacing her hair with robot hair, though.
Oh, you don't have to wash it as much?
Yeah, but you have to wax it.
Yeah, but not as often as you have to wash hair.
Okay, I suppose.
Like, if you got a date or something and you want to get your robot hair really nice and shiny, maybe. Otherwise, just, like, run a dust rag over it.
This is where the Chaos Council get introduced for real. 5 Eggmans.
How and why?
There's an old man, there's a hipster, there's a gamer kid, there's a baby.
And then there's a svelte young Mr. Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, there's a more traditional Eggman, but he has a toupee now. I think that's really the major difference between him and the normal one.
How do you know that's not his real hair?
I believe he loses it at some point.
What if it just falls off? Like Winston Payne.
But it's still his hair, but it falls off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Winston Payne wears a toupee, Mel. I'm sorry to ruin it for you.
No, he does now, but in the flashback case,
I see.
in Trials and Tribulations, he's so shocked that he, like, screams all of his hair off throughout the case.
That's right, I forgot.
God, you don't even know these basic Winston Payne facts.
Here's another example of where some of the counterparts don't share the same voice actor. So Mr. Dr. Eggman and Dr. Dunnett, the regular Eggman and the old man Eggman, are both played by Brian Drummond, who played regular Eggman earlier on.
Regman, as we call him.
Yeah. But Dr. Deep, Dr. Don't, and Dr. Babble are all played by Vincent Tong, who is playing Renegade, and will play the rest of the Knuckles alternates as well.
Why did they have such a strong naming theme of everybody's doctor name starts with a D, and then they just immediately didn't?
What, for Babble?
Yeah.
Mr. Dr. Eggman doesn't start with a D either.
Yeah, but he's also at the end of the list, so they set up 3 that all have D names, and then they just get rid of it. It was weird.
I don't really think that these are good names.
They aren't, which is why it's especially baffling. You went out of your way to make bad, similar names, and then didn't even maintain the joke.
Yeah. They really could have come up with better names for all of them. Like, Mr. Dr. Eggman isn't any good either. He's the most basic one, and I'm still like, Mr. Dr. Eggman, it just doesn't sound good.
Like, it's funny because it's so bad.
The best one is probably Dr. Babble, but it's still not good.
No. What happens when he grows up and he doesn't babble anymore? Or is that just like a speech impediment? Because it's rude to call attention to that.
Yeah, maybe. Did you have a favorite of these Eggmen?
No.
No? Do you like any of them?
Not really. I mean, maybe the super old Eggman.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really care for him. Sonic doesn't understand what's going on, and he doesn't seem to want to.
Is that how we're supposed to feel watching this show?
Yeah, probably. The council are confused because they've never seen Sonic before, and they know everything that goes on in this city.
I would have thought that in every world there would be some kind of prophecy that one day a teen will roll onto the scene, so that, like, there's just an inherent genetic fear of Sonic the Hedgehog through every iteration of Eggman.
Yeah, maybe. Rusty points out Sonic's energy signature and suggests they do a series of tests. And the council agrees, and they put him in a chamber where a series of video gamey tests ensue.
Mostly lasers.
I thought this part was kind of fun. I enjoy watching Sonic be cool. He just easily surpasses all the tests, destroys all their equipment. And a lot of them are like clear references to actual level design elements from the games as well. I liked the spring. I liked that they used the real boing from the game.
It's a good boing.
It's a good boing. They don't use that boing anymore in the 3D games, and they should.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, there's a different boing that the 3D games use that's like... And it's not as...
That's not...
Yeah, it's not as cool.
I'm pretty sure I know what sound effect you're talking about, and that is not the sound a spring makes.
No. I think in Frontiers they used both, actually. I think they had 3D springs and 2D springs, and they used both boings.
And this is what I sound like if I boing in 2 dimensions.
Yeah. So they make Sonic run inside a sphere with spiked balls flying around, and he tries to appeal to Amy's humanity.
She deleted that in a system update.
She reveals that where her heart used to be, there's now a Flicky. And it's Gamma's Flicky in there, powering her.
Does that mean Amy is a flicky?
No, I don't think that's... I don't know, because Gamma's humanity was very strongly implied to be coming from the Flicky. So
that means Flicky is evil.
Because the whole thing with Gamma is that he sees the other bird that was his Flicky's brother, and that's what makes him go, I'm going to help these people. I'm going to help this bird. So that does imply that the Flicky is involved in the process somewhere, right?
That implies that this Flicky is evil.
Yeah. Birdie is the problem.
Birdie's using himself as a meat battery to power this evil fembot.
The robot guards give 9 a shock, and at this point Sonic's had enough, so he just starts running at full speed, creates some kind of energy field, and 9 realizes it's the same energy that powers the city, and all the council's systems start getting supercharged.
And Shadow's there.
Yeah, Sonic's just running around in this energy field, and then Shadow suddenly just starts shouting at him in there and saying it's all broken.
You hecked it up, Sonic.
Shadow is played by Ian Hanlon, who is the same guy who played Big.
My favorite part is when Sonic starts wildly hallucinating and there's a scene where Shadow punches him in the face.
Okay, yeah, we get another flashback. Right before the gang went up the mountain after Eggman, Sonic left to collect rings, something that we will never see him do again for the rest of the show. The others go on ahead, assuming that Sonic will catch up. And when they get up there, Tails is surprised because they've arrived before Sonic. Meanwhile, we see why. Because Sonic got interrupted by Shadow, who came from the other direction and punched him in the face. The end.
That's my favorite part. I liked it.
You just liked Sonic getting punched?
Yeah. I like that we don't actually see it's Shadow, but we see his hand extend and hit him in the face.
We see it's Shadow.
You just know it's Shadow because of his gold bracelets.
Didn't we see him, like, running along first?
I don't know. A lot of things happened.
It does happen pretty quickly.
Because, like, it's a more jarring transition to the past where it's, like, flashing quickly through really short scenes. And Sonic is punched in the face.
But that's how they ended it. With Shadow punching Sonic in the face.
Oh, the very end.
Yeah.
This isn't the very end.
Oh, where are you?
I'm at the part where he gets sucked into the time butthole.
Yeah, there's not much that happens in between.
But that's the first time we see him get punched in the face.
Oh, do we see it twice?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was my favorite part.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it again for the millionth time.
How many times have you been watching him get punched in the face?
A lot. What a good scene. What a good scene to pause it on.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's even the same moment. I think that's a different time that Shadow punched him in the face.
Good.
Because Sonic just looks like he's standing still there when he got punched in the face. Whereas later when we see him get punched in the face, he's running. So
Right. It's a charge attack.
I guess that it's just to let us know that Sonic gets punched in the face by Shadow on the reg.
Good.
Well, what did you think of this show?
Whatever.
I think it's a decent enough start. Having watched the whole thing, I know that it doesn't lead to anything satisfying.
Oh.
This show ends up becoming really repetitive. It takes Sonic way too long to figure out what's going on.
Because he's dumb.
Yeah, he's like constantly relearning the same lessons. Like basically the entire third season is just one fight being rehashed over and over again every episode, which is very frustrating to watch. So it goes on for too long. And the most frustrating thing about it is that I thought I knew where it was going and I was really interested in where it was going, and then they like completely discarded all of it.
Oh.
Basically, the show implies very heavily that, or no, it doesn't imply. This show tells us that the Shatterverse was created when the prism was shattered, and basically the Shatterverse is Sonic's world shattered into different aspects of it.
Right.
So there are no Sonics because Sonic was hitting the crystal when it shattered, so he wasn't shattered with the rest of the world. I guess when Eggman got shattered, all of his pieces ended up in the same world, probably because he was so close to the crystal, I guess. Because there aren't Eggman in any of the other worlds. They're all in this world instead.
So there was one world that was supposed to be lorded over by a baby?
Yeah, I guess so. But I thought, for most of the show, I thought that the idea was that everything had been shattered into aspects of itself. So like the Eggmen, for example, if you look at the 5 of them, you can kind of see where each of them represents like one aspect of his personality, you know?
Right.
The baby is his childishness. The old man is his grumpiness, you know, whatever. I thought that the whole thing was going to be that they were going to have to remerge everything.
Right.
Because like Shadow here, where he's saying it's broken, it's all broken, he's talking about their world. Like their world has been shattered. Mm-hmm. So I thought the whole thing was going to be they have to remerge all of them, but maybe some of the characters don't want to be remerged. Like I could see 9 not wanting to be remerged with the others.
Right.
But then like over the course of the series, they all start to realize that they're missing something, and what they're missing are the other parts of them, which are the other versions of them. So in the end, they all remerge. None of that happens. I don't understand how the world gets fixed in the end. It's not clear whether the shatter spaces still exist after the ending.
Okay.
It feels like they just kind of like had a good idea, and then they got halfway through and they were like, whatever, just finish it.
I'm tired of making this show. I want to move on to something else.
Yeah, because I think that idea of it all being like shattered and having to remerge it back together, I think would have been interesting. I would have wanted to watch that, but it just kind of fizzles.
But you did watch it.
I did watch it, and it wasn't what I thought they were doing. Is the problem? I guess the problem is that I imagined a much more interesting story, and they didn't think of one.
They didn't deliver on that.
No, they built up to an interesting story, and then they kind of like gave up on it. But there's stuff I like about it. I really like the pirate Knuckles, who will show up later. He's cool.
Oh, duh! It's Knuckles.
Yeah, I like that it's a TV show that Big got to have a pretty big role in, because he is in it a lot.
Good.
Every world has its own Big. Also, just like the fact that it's handicapped by being a 3D show, so we've already seen the entire cast. There's 23 more episodes, and they're not going to introduce another. No, wait, they do introduce one more character, but that's it.
Cool.
A lot of people were upset that there aren't any alternate Sonics or Shadows, but I think that's fine.
Shadow got rendered asunder and is trapped within time itself.
Yeah, so if I remember rightly, the deal with Shadow is that he chaos controlled into the explosion right when it happened, and now he is trapped in the void between worlds. You know where we saw Sonic floating through that void?
Yeah.
Shadow's trapped there, and he can't get out.
That's his house.
Yeah, that's his whole deal for most of the show. He can't get out of the void between worlds.
Man, if that's not a story as old as time.
I actually did like the way they handled Shadow in this show, because Shadow is a character who I think Shadow's really cool, but most of the time they don't handle him very well. But I liked the way they wrote him in this.
I like the way him punch face.
Yeah, he does a lot of that. There's a whole episode that's just Sonic and Shadow fighting, and I think it's one of the best episodes.
Good. I just think somebody needs to keep Sonic in line.
Yeah. Well, you think that because you're a Knuckles stan.
Yeah.
Do you think Knuckles watches Shadow beating Sonic up and he's like, yeah, I wish I could still do that. Wish I could still get away with that.
Oh, these damn binding contracts.
Man, if I do that, everybody thinks I'm an asshole, but Shadow likes me. Everyone thinking he's an asshole, so it's fine.
It's like his whole deal. I've got responsibilities now.
Got these kids to raise. He just looks behind him and there's just a Chaos Emerald in a carriage.
I'm still part of that child army, technically.
What? Wait.
Remember in Sonic Underground when they met Knuckles to recruit him for their child army?
You're right. I forgot. Well, that's the end.
We did it.
Do you want to hear about the legacy?
No.
Too bad. Because there is some already, even though this show's only a couple years old. A bunch of characters from this show are playable in Sonic Dash, Sonic Forces Speed Battle, Sonic Speed Simulator, and in the upcoming Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
You're telling me that I could be 9 in Roblox Sonic the Hedgehog?
You can. Yeah, 9 and Rusty Rose are both playable in all of them.
After I spend a solid week running in circles?
Yep.
Cool.
Or you could play as them in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds by buying the, I don't know, digital deluxe version or something, probably.
I will not be doing that.
Dr. Babel also appears as a boss in Sonic Dash.
He beats him up? He beats up a baby?
Yeah. I think that's the only one of the Chaos Council who shows up in any of the games so far.
That's weird, Sonic.
There's also a special version of Sonic Dash called Sonic Prime Dash that, as far as I can tell, was made specifically for Netflix games. And it's just Sonic Dash, but all of the Sonic Prime characters are unlocked by default, as far as I can tell. But
Weird.
Seems to still have the non-Sonic Prime characters in it too, because the wiki talked about Jet being in it. So I wish Jet was in this show.
Yeah, that's because you have a crush on him.
Yeah, he's great. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
I hope you had fun.
You had fun a little bit.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You can't prove it.
You don't hate Sonic as much as you pretend to.
That's not true.
I don't believe you.
I like the part where Sonic got punched.
Thank you to our club VIPs, Jamie Core and Mark Kelly, and our club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattig, for all your support.
Thanks, you weird freaks.
Thanks, we love you. If you'd like to join them, you can head to patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub, where that's the thing you can do. And you can find all the stuff that we cut out from this episode.
All the B-roll that wasn't worth your time.
Hey,
We've bundled it up for you.
no, the stuff that wasn't worth it just gets on the floor, gets in the bin. I cut out some funny stuff just to save it for the special people.
I cut out some funny stuff and then I put it in the bin.
Yeah, I'm Skull Pirate Mike. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Blue Sky. I'm playing the Simpsons games. Oh, Mel, I'm about to play Bart's Nightmare.
Uh-oh.
My favorite one. I just finished Bart versus the Juggernauts, which sucked.
Have I watched you play Bart's Nightmare before?
Maybe. Have you?
I've seen somebody play it, and I don't know why.
PB and Jeff did it.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was them.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Boost your spirit of the
Thank God. It's over. The torment.